Hey Sagittarius, what's going on? Welcome to a reading from Don't Shoot the Tarot Reader. I'm happy to be reading for you today. What we're going to be doing is a Celtic cross. Okay, here's what I'm getting for you. Start you out with the Princess of Pentacles in the center card. Something about this card that always really sticks out to me is the shield here. And what that would indicate to me, plus if you look at the body language on the card, there's a certain, when people fold their arms, there's a certain guardedness going on. I think you've got some walls up around you right now, especially your challenge here is the Queen of Cups. That's what's crossing this. So if you have a situation going on around you or things coming up from the past or a past situation that's going on, I can see that you might have your reserves on only so that you can be healing that and kind of working out like what is going on internally. Either that or you've already done that and now you're ready to step forward. But what I get here below you is a Temperance card. So there is something inside of you, definitely, Daughter of the Reconcilers. There is something inside of you certainly kind of moving its way out. And what I'm picking up with that Princess of Pentacles, that Queen of Cups, is like, don't move until it's time to. And if I can be honest, I don't really see you feeling like it's time to. What we get here behind you is the Princess of Wands. So if there's a situation you put yourself into or some sort of interaction going on, bear in mind that it's in its infancy stages. Princess of Wands is the youngest one of the royalty suit. The thing about the Princess of Wands is she takes chances. She says shit. She does shit. Doesn't have to be perfect. She knows that. And sometimes it's a foolish mistake. Sometimes it's awesome, but you're finding your way is the point. So if there is something you've been trying to find your way with and you're coming up against, because what I'm kind of sensing here from the spread is there's been some resistance. And it's like sort of throwing spaghetti at the wall just trying to get something to work. What I have crowning you is the Five of Wands. So this is not a conflict. This is not a Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, like, the battle's over and both parties are leaving and they're picking up whatever's left over. This is like, no, this can actually, be worked out. Plus, this is fire, so this is you. Princess of Wands, that's you as well. So if there is some sort of conflict, I'm just sensing a reticence to start again, to move forward, to rejoin the conversation, so to speak. What I get moving in front of you is an Eight of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. So what is the best way? This is like the card to me, in the traditional Rider-Waite, he's trying to get the perfect pentacle. But I always picture a person with a shovel, trying to get to the root of things. And moving forward, what is the best possible way? If this Princess of Wands created a Five of Wands, how do you move forward without creating even more conflict? This Queen of Cups, that's what the center card is telling you, as well as this Temperance. Those two working together to put out the fire. Water puts out fire. What we have here then in your attitude is Ace of Cups. So again, but it's in the reverse. So there's a very clear thing here of not wanting to move forward, not offering a cup, not putting yourself out there. And if it's not time to, because the Ace of Pentacles also speaks of prudence. So if it's not wise to, it's not wise to. If you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Because with this Princess of Pentacles and that Queen of Cups, you don't really have to do anything. Sort of give things some room to breathe is what I'm hearing. Because what we have going on around you is a King of Swords. Now, what this can be, and I'm not really, for some reason with this reading, I am talking a lot more about externals, but this can be your own mind playing tricks on you and being very manipulative. This can also be the shadow. So it could be, Eight of Pentacles, keep digging, because if a situation wants to change, we have to change ourselves first in how we look at the situation. The change starts with us always. I try to read more that way. So I'm not really going to talk about the attitudes, because the other people don't really matter. What matters is our own internal world. So I'm going to ask, what's the environment in your mind lately? Because this Queen of Cups is talking to some real healing going on in that. So what I get in Hopes and Fears is the Four of Cups in reverse. There is no competition in life. There's just a bunch of people. And our real conversation is with God, the universe, the source, our higher self, whatever you want to call it. So there's no need to compete. There is no missing out. You won't miss out. Whatever is meant for you is meant for you. I'm sensing though here, if there is something you're trying to go for, don't hold off too long before you miss the deadline. Like if there is, like, you're registering for classes, yes, you can always wait for next semester, it'll be there again. But if you got to get registered by a certain time, then do that. But this one is saying, Hopes and Fears, it's like, will you be ready in time to meet the deadline? The other fear is, I just keep hearing the fear of missing out. And I'm also hearing things aren't as bad as they seem. They're never as bad as they seem. What we get in your outcome here, right, this could be, well, if I wait and I see, am I going to miss out? Even though, and what is blocking you from taking that cup? That might be the question to ask here. Because in the traditional, the universe is offering a cup and the guy is looking at the other three, like, not even paying attention. So it is that cup. And this cup could be in your mind. And I bet that King of Swords, if you go into that, holds the key to what it is. What we get as your outcome is you do get the cup. We have the Two of Cups. So with all of these, Princess of Wands, just going big and putting ourselves out there. Five of Wands, it's like, okay, a commotion. Eight of Pentacles, okay, how can we and all these others, how do we sort of ring that in? Clear off the parts that don't work, because it's still there for you. It's kind of like this, okay? I went in one time for an audition. Actually, I've auditioned a million times. And the big fear is that you're going to say the words wrong or you're going to do it wrong. And honestly, at the audition, they're not really looking for you to do it wrong. Yeah, you do want to be polished, you want to be professional, but they're looking for, do I have something to work with? So it was okay to make mistakes as long as I went big enough. It was also that it's much harder for a director to pull a person, to bring a person out than it is to pull a person back. Point being, I went big and that was the right choice, and I didn't worry so much about how it looked, if I made a mistake, if I said the wrong word here or there. I went more with just showing, like, look, this is what all I can bring for you, and you have a lot to work with. So don't let the fear of perfection, again, Eight of Pentacles, don't let that hold you back. And this Two of Cups, it's starting of something new, something really promising. So that's what I have for you today. It's kind of like, real quick, when Nirvana went to record Nevermind, right? Butch Vig told Kurt Cobain, don't worry about the diction, worry about the emotion behind the vocals. Don't worry if people can understand what you're saying. They'll know what you're saying. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.